Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Today is a special day. We're celebrating our 6th month of living here. So we've been here a full 6 months, and we don't know everything, but we have probably different reactions today than the day we moved in. When we moved in, it was pretty much all pie in the sky, and we were on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh, one kiss.
And today, 6 months have passed. We've seen the belly of the beast, so to speak. So we've seen a little bit of everything. We're still learning every day. So this is not going to be the end all video, but it's a 6 month reflection. So take it for what it's worth. We're going to have split this into 3 different videos because I'm afraid they'll be long and nobody wants to sit through 25 minutes at a time or 30 minutes of us talking. So today we're going to cover lots of topics, from moving here to safety, to danger, hurricanes, all that sort of thing. So video number 1 coming right up. It's our 6 month anniversary of being here, and we're happy to bring it to you. Are the people nice?
Extremely nice. Everywhere we go, every store, every activity, they wave in your golf carts. Everybody waves.
Like any place, 140,000 people, you're going to have some very, very nice people, and you're going to have some people that maybe need a hip replacement or have migraine headaches or just having a bad day, lost a loved one. So I'm sure everybody's not rosy all the time, but you're going to find here the people tend to be cheerful, helpful, happy most of the time. Mm-hmm. That's what we found.
Is living in the villages expensive?
What do you think? Is it?
No, not really.
It can be expensive. Some people call this the bubble because we're in a very managed community. We're not actually in a bubble. In fact, we're not behind a fence. There are no locked gates. But it's very managed. You're kind of a captive audience here. And there are a lot of people that are less mobile because it is a 55 plus community. And some people moved here 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So you have people in their 80s, 90s, as well as people like us in their 60s and 50s. Yes. So anytime you get that type of situation, you're going to have people try and take advantage of it. I find the groceries here to be a little bit more expensive than in Indiana. Mm-hmm. Gas is about the same, maybe even cheaper. It was very cheap yesterday.
Yeah.
When I got gas. So there, it's like anywhere else. But actually, the living here. Okay, your home mortgage is always going to be the same wherever you buy a home. If you buy a $300,000 home, you're going to make payments at an interest rate, nationwide interest rate, that's going to be the same all over the country. So your house payment is going to be the same. Now, are the homes more expensive here? People think that. People think you have to be a millionaire to live in the villages. Well, I'm proof, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't. And we have friends that are looking for a home here. So we've kind of been scouting out the price of homes. And you can buy a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for $200,000 or less. If you go up to a designer home, you're going to pay between $250,000 and $450,000. If you want a premier home or a home with a view or a lakefront, you're going to pay even more. So the price of homes is all over the place, but the actual house payments, not any more here than it would be anywhere else if you bought a home that was in your price range. Taxes, we haven't received a tax bill yet. I know that's going to hurt because I'm sure the taxes are going to be a little bit higher here. By the way, there are 3 counties that the villages are a part of, and each one of those counties has a different tax rate. So you might want to investigate your county if you're going to move here and the part of the villages that you're going to move in, the tax rate for the area that you're going to move in. The amenity fee. The amenity fees are about $150 to $160 a month. That covers all your pools. It covers all your golf if you play on the executive courses. It does not cover garbage pickup. It does not cover water or sewer. That's all a separate bill. So the infrastructure fees are not part of the amenity fees in any case. So what other fees are here? You do have some sort of district fees. We haven't received those either. They're annual. They'll be on our tax bill. But I've talked to all my neighbors, and almost to a person, they feel like your benefits, your amenities are great for the amount of money that they're charging here.
Right. Yep.
Is your home big enough?
Oh, yeah.
There are, I don't know how many villages. There are probably almost 100 different villages here within the villages.
Yeah, I know there's like 81, but you might be right because the new section is being built.
When they build a new section, now ours was built 3 years ago, they tend to feature certain models of homes. We have a home called an aspen. Our neighbors have a begonia. Another neighbor has a gardenia. Somebody else has a lily. Yeah. Our friends have a laurel manor down the street. So different home plans. These home plans are not greatly different in size. They're greatly different in feature. One may have smaller bedrooms, larger living area, larger great room, bigger lanai. One may have a laundry room that also features a workspace. You know, it just depends what your life is, what you want out of life, and that's how they sell the home plans here. We have the Aspen. It's 1,967 square feet. Then we have a pretty sizable lanai. We're in the lanai right now. The lanai runs about 30 feet by 12 feet or something like that, so another 300 feet of living area. Ours is glassed in. It's air conditioned. We use it every day. So our home is big enough for us. Yes. We left a lot of things back in Indiana. We're going to cover that in another video. We're going to go into more depth about what we brought, what we should have brought, what we didn't bring. And our home is big enough.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about storage in another video coming up too, because there is very little storage here. We have a pad over the garage, about 12 by 12 reinforced, that holds a lot of stuff. You can stack boxes up in there. But still, there are a lot of do's and don'ts when it comes to storage, and we'll get to those in another video.
Did you bring enough clothes? Well, I thought I did. I bought way too many winter clothes. During our winter here, it got to 30, maybe 35 at the coldest, and we had plenty. And I had way too many coats. I got a full closet of coats and jackets that I don't need.
I think we should do a show about that. Because we did pretty good. I mean, T-shirts.
Yeah.
I haven't worn long pants in over 3 months.
No, he hasn't.
I wore socks every day back in Indiana. I don't wear socks at all here.
No.
I might use little footies put inside my golf shoes or something. But
Right.
So we don't wear socks. We don't wear long pants. We don't wear long sleeve shirts. Maybe if I'm getting a sunburn, I might. But
Yeah.
So, yeah, we brought enough clothes.
I had to go out and buy golf shirts because I didn't have any collared shirts whatsoever. So I did have to spend some money on golf shirts.
I gave away so much clothes, and I gave away a lot of T-shirts, and I wish I'd kept a lot more because here you need shorts, you need T-shirts.
That's about it.
Shorts and T-shirts.
Yeah.
And everything goes here. I mean, when you go out to eat at night, don't think you have to dress up.
Nope.
Everybody you find is going to be in flip-flops.
And that goes for church even.
Church also,
my.
yeah. Very few needs for a coat here. And she said it got down to 30s. I don't know if it got to 30, but it got down to 38.
Yeah.
And maybe for 2 nights all winter. So I never saw a day last year when I didn't see people out wearing shorts.
Right. Yeah.
Is it too crowded? It depends on your definition of crowded, I guess. We come from Floyd's Knobs, Indiana. Now, that's not very crowded.
Everybody asks, where's that?
Our lots in the subdivision we lived in there were 1 acre or so. Lots of trees. We couldn't actually see any neighbors unless we tried to see neighbors.
Yeah.
Here, you're going to see your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, the average side lot is probably 10 feet. So there's going to be about 5 to 10 feet to your property line, 5 to 10 feet to your neighbor's house. But the village is designed by experts, and they've done a really good job
Yes.
of the placement of windows in these homes. And we don't feel like we're right on top of other people. So it's okay for us. Mm-hmm. As far as going out to restaurants, traveling the roads, is it too crowded? It has not been in the 6 months we've been here. And we were here during what they call...
What?
Snowbird season.
Seasonal.
Yeah, seasonal people season. And that's when people complain. And the restaurants supposedly are crowded, but I'm going to tell you, we're late eaters. Yeah. We might not eat many days until 7 or 8 p.m.
At night, yeah.
It's not going to be too crowded at 7 or 8 p.m. Out in the restaurants, so it didn't affect us too much. But I think around 4 or 5, some of the restaurants get pretty crowded. But overall, is it too crowded?
Not at all. No. In fact, we wonder where the cars are on the streets. We never see cars inside the villages in our neighborhoods
Yeah. People
after
tend
7.
They turn in early.
Yeah. Is the villages safe?
Do you feel safe?
I do.
I feel safe too. There's a neighborhood watch, and it will go by your house multiple times every evening. So they're cruising. They're looking for things out of the ordinary. They're looking for suspicious people. There are gates leading into each neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I think we should do a show on that also. The Villages is a community with gates. It is not what you would call a gated community. Mm-hmm. There is not an attendant at every one of those gates. About half of them maybe will have an attendant, but the others are controlled by your key card that you will flash onto a sensor when you approach. And if you had guests that were not in possession of your key card, they could still push a button and that gate will raise and let them in. So unannounced. The cameras will take pictures of that car and license plate when it comes in.
So they will monitor people that come in.
It can be monitored, but it is not a classic gated community. But I do feel safe. Like I said, at nighttime, you don't have traffic here in our neighborhood. Now, if you were out on a main thoroughfare, you're going to have traffic. Here, there's very little traffic. The neighbors watch out for each other. Mm-hmm. One of my neighbors called me about a month ago and said, "You're not doing your job. I left my garage door open all night." I didn't notice. And so they want us to let them know, is their garage door open or shut? And the same for us, you know. And I'll tell you, it's amazing how many of the neighbors here trust people they've only known a year, 6 months, 2 years, with the codes to their door, with the key to their house. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a very trusting and safe place. Are the homes well built? That's a question that I get through email. Several times I've had questions from people that say, I'm a builder or an ex-builder or a retired real estate agent. I'm thinking of moving. What do you think of the construction of the home? Mm-hmm. Well, back in Indiana, we remodeled one home and we built from scratch 2 other homes, and then we remodeled one of those later on. So I have a cursory knowledge of building, and I'm going to say that I am impressed with our house. I'm impressed with the trim work. I'm impressed with the drywall work. I'm impressed with the hardware. I'm impressed with the lighting fixtures. Mm-hmm. Our electrical circuit board in the garage is meticulously labeled, which you wouldn't have found in my home back in Indiana. But I think these homes are well built, and they're built to specification in a community that has had hurricanes. So each one of these homes has stricter regulations than our homes would have in Indiana. So, yes, I feel, in my untrained, option, that they're well built.
Was the move here difficult? Yes and no. Yes, because we had a lot to get rid of. That was difficult. And it was a little bit difficult emotionally because you're really tied to your family back home. I don't know. What else would you say?
Well, I think the move here was very, very strenuous because of all the planning. This hit us pretty suddenly. We were thinking about it, but not really getting ready for it. So we had 35 years of accumulation in that house that we had to get rid of. So that made it difficult. But the actual move, the moving company in Louisville, Kentucky, we hired a moving company. They were great. They came when they said they'd come. We boxed everything up through the help of several wonderful friends.
Yes.
That was a daunting task.
It was.
And I made at least 15 trips with a trailer to the Goodwill to give away things. In fact, things that I need now. We'll cover that in our other show.
Give away too much.
But the move itself, once we were packed, the movers came in, they loaded everything up. They brought it down here, they unloaded everything, and then we had to unpack. So the move wasn't getting ready for the move, planning what to bring. We made a lot of mistakes, and we'll cover those in a video later on. But the move, don't be intimidated by it. You can do it. I guarantee you can do it if we could do it. Our sons, 3 of them, stationed with the military far away, we didn't get help from any of them. And we got it done.
Yeah,
so
just start purging now.
You can get it done. And by the way, possessions that I thought were precious, I found out they're not so precious. I gave away and donated lots of things that I thought I would never get rid of.
Yeah.
But it's all good, right?
It is good. Is shopping convenient? Very. Yes. The grocery is a golf cart ride away. Even the shopping's just a small shopping strips that has the Bells and the Anthony's. And then up in Spanish Springs, it's not too far, and that's a car ride. And so you have everything like your Kohl's and your Target and your Home Depot, whatever else, Best Buy, Home Goods. But yeah, the shopping is pretty convenient.
That's convenient for me. We're 10 minutes from a Lowe's. We're 20 minutes from a Home Depot, all the groceries. But to be honest now, let's pretend this was a place, if you're a Coke drinker that only sold Pepsi, and you had to drive 45 minutes for a Pepsi, that's the way she feels, because she wants her Macy's and...
just a big mall.
Yeah, she wants a big mall. And there is no big mall within a short drive of here. Personally, malls are on their way out. I mean, it's just a gathering place for teens, and stores are closing down at a phenomenal rate within malls itself.
And there's no teens here.
Yeah, there are. There's unlimited online shopping possibilities for stuff like that.
But shopping's great. Your pharmacies are on just about every major corner of the villages.
We take the golf cart to get our medicines at the pharmacy. We take it to go shopping at Walmart. We go to Publix. We can go to Winn-Dixie. She goes to, like she just said, to get her hair done.
New color, everybody. What do you think?
Mine's a new color too. Every time I get a cut, I try to have them put more silver in.
It's pretty.
So that's it for today. I mean, that's covering a few topics. We have 2 more shows like this to do for you because we got a whole lot of questions, and we get questions every day from people. Feel free to write us. You'll see our email address right under the video here. Thanks everybody for watching and for helping us get to the 6-month mark.
See you later.
See you when you get here.